Hello, everyone. Welcome to General Biology 2 at RCBC. My name is Kyle Rosa. I wanted to do an introductory video here to get you guys started with the course, introduce myself so you get kind of a face with a name here and kind of point you to the important information you'll need and the assignments for our class. Okay? So everything that you're going to need is going to be available through Blackboard. Okay, so I'm in the course content section on Blackboard. So when you log on, you want to go here, and I'm going to have the syllabus on there available for you. Instructor biography. Here's the link to accessing Mastering Biology, and then each week of instruction will have its own folder. And I'll show you the folder in a second. It'll have the lectures and any other important information for that week. All right. So let me go over and discuss with you the syllabus for the class. That way you don't have to spend too much time with this. We'll go through it together, and then you'll always have this kind of as a reference for you. All right. So the class will be totally online. Generally, I have taught this course before in person, but this summer, obviously, everything is online due to COVID-19. So the first class meeting is July 8th, or the first day of course, I should say, when it's available to you is July 8th. And the end of the course will be August 25th. Okay, there will be no synchronous sessions for this course. Everything will be totally online on your own. You won't need to attend any live sessions. Okay. If you do need to discuss anything with me, you'd want to do that through email. That would be the best way, unless we needed to work out some other concerns. I don't see there being any concerns. Okay, so very important information about your textbook. So the textbook is Biological Science, 6th edition with modified Mastering Biology, 2017. Here's the textbook ISBN number, but you can go in and you can access the book through Blackboard and Mastering Biology. I'm going to show you how to do that in a second. All right. You're more than welcome to purchase a hard copy of the textbook. However, for this short kind of summer course, I suggest just getting the online access, Mastering Biology, which you need to get, is required, and you get the e-text with that. All right, so you don't actually need a physical textbook when you get your Mastering Biology, which is required for the course for assignments. You'll get access to the e-text through that. All right, so it's up to you what you want to do. If you want to have a hard copy of the textbook, you're more than welcome to get one if you can find one kind of cheaper. But you do need the Mastering Biology, which I'll show you how to get. So I'll show you where to access the lectures. They'll all be recorded lectures for the course that are done by me, and I'll show you how to access those. There's going to be 4 exams for this class, multiple choice, 50 questions, 100 points each, totaling 400 points total, and those will be given through Mastering Biology. All right, so all of the exam material will be covered in the lectures. Textbook will be reflective of the lectures, right? And any material that you do in the assignments for Mastering Biology. So you want to make sure that you're completing everything, paying attention to the lectures, and looking over the textbook, and you should be in good shape for the exams. Okay, so this is a summer course, 7-week summer course, so you're going to see in a second that it does move fairly quickly, and there's a good amount of material that's covered in a short amount of time, so you really have to pace yourself, and you have to do your best to keep up with all of the assignments. Right. So that being said, Mastering Biology assignments for each chapter will be given each week. And for these Mastering Biology assignments, you are allowed to have your textbook, use your book. You can use any resources you'd like for that. For the exams, though, those are closed books. So you want to make sure that you're kind of testing yourself on the exams. But for the homework assignments, you're more than welcome to use any resources. There also will be discussion board questions each week. I'll show you how to access those as well. For the discussion board question, you need to respond initially with your post by Friday and to a classmate's post by Sunday at midnight. All right. If you use anything that's not from your brain, you need to include a source. You can use any website. You can use your book as a source, right? Just make sure that if it's something that you didn't immediately think of or that you had to look up, that you do cite that. Right. For the second post to a classmate, make sure that you write something substantive. Don't just say, oh, that's interesting. Really try to have a dialogue, a back and forth. I know it doesn't really replace being in school and having discussions, but I will be reading your posts and I will be individually responding to each of those. So make sure that you do, put some time into them. All right. So your first post should be about a paragraph. You're looking for a length. The second post, there is not a length requirement. Just make sure that it's a substantive post. All right, so here's the information. Again, the grading breakdown, very important. So 1, 2, 3, 4 exams, each worth 100 points. All right, they're all on about 5 chapters. This exam 3 is on 4 chapters, so it's a little bit shorter in terms of the amount of content. Same length, though, for the exam. All right, here's the information again about the discussion questions. Those are 10 points each. And then there's the Mastering Biology homework assignments as well. And grades are calculated via total points. And the straight grading system from the college is provided here. Okay, so make sure you read over this information. Okay, so here is the course outline that I put together for this summer. So like I said, we are starting week 1, July 8th. So the weeks I have running Monday through Sunday, with the assignments due all by Sunday night at midnight, with the exception of that first discussion post, which is due by Friday at midnight. Okay, so this is a great kind of outline for you. So right now you're watching that video, so you're already doing your work for week 1. You want to look over chapters 27, 29, protists and fungi. The lectures are on Blackboard. Here's the assignments. Okay, chapter 27 homework, chapter 29 homework, and then 2 discussion board questions. Okay, so since this is a shorter week, there's only 2 chapters, right? Usually there will be 3 chapters per week. Okay, sometimes there's 1 discussion question, sometimes there's 2 discussion questions. Right? Take note of the exam times and the exam availability. So exam 1, the exams will only be available from Friday to Sunday, so a little bit of a shorter time period. So exam 1 is next week already. In week 2, again, this is a fast summer course, will be available at 8 a.m. on Friday. 7:17, and then will be available to you to complete before Sunday 7:19 at midnight. Okay, and the exams are timed, so make sure you can devote the appropriate amount of time to taking the exam. All right, so and again, you have this information. Go back and take a look at it and keep track of what's going on. All right, so this goes pretty consistently through the rest of the semester, the final, or the rest of the summer term, I should say. Final exam will be the last week I have scheduled here from 8:24 to 8:25. So, and that will close out the course. So notice that each exam is independent. There is no sort of a cumulative final or cumulative midterm for this course. Okay. So again, as long as you keep up with your assignments, you should be pretty good in pacing yourself. It is a good amount of work, but it is definitely doable if you put the time in. Right. So let's take a look at where to access a few other things. So just briefly about me here and my background. So my undergraduate degree is from Rowan in biology and education. I went on to earn my master's in biological sciences from Clemson, and I've been a teacher in the K-12 setting and the college setting for the last 7 years. I've taught honors biology, anatomy, and physiology at Clearview Regional High School. I also taught 7th grade science there as well. I've taught human anatomy, physiology 1 and 2 at Rowan University, and I've, of course, been teaching this class now for about 3 years. I will be starting in the fall on my doctorate in physical therapy. So I'm looking ahead to that, and if anyone is thinking about going down that path, I'd be more than happy to discuss that with you. So for me, kind of changing course in my career, pretty exciting time. So, all right, let's see, what else do I want to talk about here? So before I get to the mastering biology, I just want to show you what each week's will look like for you. So when you click into the folder, so this is again week 1. So this will be available for you guys on July 8th. What I have is a document in there that breaks down what you have to do for that week, okay, what you're reading in the textbook, what video lectures you have to view, okay, mastering bio assignments, and the discussion questions for that week. Okay, so this is a great document. You can make a copy of this. You can kind of cross things out as you go and get them done. But just keep in mind that this is, how you want to pace yourself each week. All right. I have the PDFs of the PowerPoint slides in here for you to use as a reference. Right. Everyone should be able to open these pretty easily. They're all PDF, and you can read those over and follow along with the lectures. And then I have the video recording lectures. Okay, and these are, like I said, recorded by me, and they are available. I have them uploaded to YouTube, so there shouldn't be any issues with opening these up for everybody. Okay. In terms of the timing, some of the lectures are a little bit longer than others, just depending on the length of the chapter. If it's a longer chapter, I kind of tend to break it up. Some of them are 15, 20 minutes, but definitely take the time to listen to those because it will help you to understand the material and have more success on the assignments and exams. Okay, so here's everything for the week. Sometimes I will mention something in the lecture that's supplemental, little video that I found, and I'll have those in there for you as well. Okay, so this will be what every week will look like. All right, let's take a look at the discussion questions, what they are going to look like. So the first discussion question is pretty simple. It's just an introduction. So, tell me your name, you're in school, talk about it, your home university, any apprehensions about taking this course. Have you taken a previous biology course and didn't do so well, or you're taking this for a second time maybe? What is your background in biology is what I'm looking for there. And the last question says, I know things have been crazy the last few months. Share some of the biggest academic or personal challenges you've experienced since this COVID-19 pandemic started. So how have you dealt with those things? What have you learned to help you succeed in this course? So you may never have had an online course, and then all of a sudden all of your classes were online. How have you grown since this has started? You want to spend some time with that and then reply to a classmate. Okay, and these are all in here. And then discussion question 2 is in there as well. And that deals with both the chapters on fungi and protists. So I kind of combine those two together. So each week, like I said, there'll be 1 or 2 discussion questions, depending on the syllabus. Just keep up with that. Okay, so the last thing here I want to discuss is the Mastering Biology. Again, this is a required component of the course. If you don't sign up for Mastering Biology, you won't pass the course because you won't be able to take any of the exams or do any of the homework assignments. So when you get in here, what you'll see is you'll get click on to Mastering Biology, and you'll get a window like this, and it'll have all of the information for Mastering Biology. So if you click on Welcome to Mastering Biology, what'll come up is sort of a user agreement for you guys. I hope it comes up. I think I was in the student preview. And what you'll be able to do is you'll be able to purchase your access right through Blackboard here, which is the easiest way to make sure that you're in the course. Okay, so you go through this, hit I accept, and it should bring you up to register for the class. Okay. Looks like instructor course is not accepting registration. Contact your instructor. So I'm hoping that when you guys get in, it will be accepting registrations. I'm thinking maybe because of the timing of when I'm recording this video, but hopefully that does work for you guys. If it doesn't, we'll have to deal with that when the course actually starts. But that is how you access. So let me show you though what the mastering looks like on once you do get into it. So once you do get into the mastering, again, you'll see this, and you'll be able to access your assignments through here, and it'll open up right from the Blackboard page. And right now, the only assignments in there are the ones for week 1, but as, of course, the course progresses, you'll be able to access the assignments for the rest of the course each week. And it's fairly straightforward. There's all different types of questions that you'll see. There's multiple choice questions, there's activities, there's various things in there to take a look at. Okay. It looks like this is giving me some trouble today. Maybe I'll do a separate video just on mastering. Oh, no, here it comes. So this one here is just an introduction. This is not an assignment that you have to do. You're more than welcome to do it, though, to give you some practice. But the first assignment will be the Chapter 27 homework. And when you get into it, you click through right from here. And again, this is where you'll find your exams and all the other things for each week. Okay? So once you get into the assignment, you'll see it looks, yours should look pretty similar to this on your end. And all of the questions or the items are listed here. Okay, so each one, it kind of gives you a approximate time, so about 30 to 40 minutes. The assignments, usually each one won't take you any more than that, depending on how quickly you work. And you'll see that some of them are going to involve you kind of dragging and dropping things. All right, so this is the whole assignment. You click the first question there, and it'll bring open the first question in the assignment for you to take a look at. I'm wondering if the fact that the course hasn't opened yet is why it's kind of moving a little bit slowly, more slowly here than it normally does. But most of the time, you're able to access this fairly easily. But again, all of the questions are there, and you'll see that there's different types: tutorial, reading questions, test banks. Some of them come directly from the test bank, so you'll see some of these questions on the exam again. So for this one, you're just dragging and dropping the different components here of the life cycle of this organism. Okay, and this is covered in the lecture, and it's covered in the PowerPoint and the textbook, right? Specifically here, we're looking at protists, but you'll see for chapter 27 and for chapter 29, some questions like this where you drag and drop, and then when you're done, you hit that little arrow to go to the next one, right? This one's telling me I didn't, finish it. That's okay. Make sure that you finish each question before you go on to the next one. All right, and then here it's on the next one. This is just a multiple choice question. Okay, so in terms of the grading for these homework assignments, it's show you what that looks like, what I have it set to. So basically, you get 3 attempts per question. Okay, you can always see the links for help and things like that if you need to, and you're allowed to rework this for practice after the due date, so you can do it multiple times. Okay, so just make sure that you are cognizant of the 3 attempts per question. And then you'll start losing points after that, I believe. All right, so that's the mastering. Again, fairly straightforward. I'm hoping that we're able to get everyone into that. If not, when the course starts, I'll have to take a second look at the mastering. But it should be able to you should be able to work pretty well. And I'll check some of these settings after I'm done making this video. Okay, so I believe that's it. So I talked about the weekly overview, talked about mastering, talked about myself, went over the syllabus and the schedule. If you guys have any questions about any of this information, feel free to reach out to me via email. My email is on the syllabus, and I look forward to working with you guys, and I hope that you learn a lot this summer about biology, and hope to talk to you soon. Thank you for watching.